Hello guys, this is Zuma and welcome back to the Hardpoint Tips and Tricks series, and this is going to be the 5th video in this series, and in this one we're going to be focusing on the map Express. So right, in order for us to see the hardpoint locations better, we go up. So the first place we're going to visit in our hardpoint rotation is Area 1. Now as Area 1 is right in the middle of both of the spawn points, so where I spawn in actually determines which route I'm going to take. And as you can see here, I'm like at the front of the pack, which means that if I go forward, then I'm either going to meet the enemy at the same time or get there a little bit before him. And that's what happens here. I managed to get in the hardpoint first, so I get the points. And not only that, if you are in there first, it puts you in a good position to hold it down and start racking up some points and put the other team on the back foot. And like I always do, I will show you it from the other side. So as you can see here again, I've spawned like towards the front area, so I've already decided that I'm going to move forward, and this time I decided to chuck my shot charges to see if I can get a hit marker and maybe slow some people down, and I do manage to get a hit marker, so I just do like a second take and manage to get that guy quite easy. But I push on and I think I'm going to chuck a shock charge to get the guy before he goes into the hard point, but I just miss him. But luckily I've got a C4 to take him out, and that's it, we're in the hard point, I've got the points and now we're holding it down. But another scenario that I want to go through is what if you spawn right at the back and you don't have lightweight or like extreme conditioning to get you to the front. Well, that's what happens in this one, and as you can see, I don't think I can get any further back than this. I'm right at the back with the rubbish, and looking at a side view, although it doesn't look like a lot of distance between the front and back person, this distance can make all the difference between getting to the hardpoint location first or just being that little bit slow and walking into the enemy's bullets. So what I do is if I spawn at the back, instead of going forward, I turn right. And although it's not the quickest way to get to the hardpoint, at least you know you're not going to be walking into the enemies who are right near the hardpoint and probably aiming down sight just waiting to take you out. But when you do come this way, just make sure you look at the steps on the right so you don't get shot in the back as you're off into the hardpoint. And because this is a really small hardpoint, the best way to hold this down is like not to sit in one of the corners and wait for them to come in. Always look out and try and kill them as they're on the way to the hardpoint. I just find that's a lot more better. And because the area is so small, any more than 2 people in there, you're just going to make it easy for your enemies to get like double kills and stuff. So it's always better to go out and patrol the perimeter and try and get them on the way to the hardpoint. And that's what I was doing here. I wasn't in one of the corners waiting for him. I looked out, managed to kill 2 people, and now that I know one of my teammates are in here, then I can just go out and work the perimeter and try and kill anyone else who's going to try and make it towards the hard point. So that's it guys, that's how I like to play Area 1, and now we're going to make our way down to Area 2. And as you can see, the next hardpoint location is very close, so all you have to do is go down the steps and that's it, you're pretty much there. And just quickly mentioning score streaks, probably air support score streaks aren't going to be as effective on this map just because each one of the hardpoint locations has a roof on, so you're probably best going with like the Guardian or maybe the sentry gun. And that's what happens here. I managed to get my sentry gun, and just putting it at the end there where all the enemies are going to flood in is going to be pretty devastating for him. And also I've got 2 shock charges, so I just put it at both of the entrances, and that's it. Now I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm going to be able to hold it down effectively. And another main point that you can utilise in holding down this hardpoint area are like these bins that stick out. You can use them as like head glitching spots, and I always try to catch people like off guard. They think I'm in that corner, so they come in here to kill me, and then I rush out and kill them, sort of catching them in mid sprint. And it's such an effective tool, just using these corners as much as you can, sometimes going in there to reload, or if you need to flick a C4 out. It's just so effective, and one that I use quite a lot when holding down this hardpoint. So that's how I like to play Area 2, and now we move on to Area 3. And just a quick and easy way of getting into this building is just to jump on here, jump on the train, and then jump into the top side of this building. And also you might catch a glimpse of anyone else who's going to be in this hardpoint just waiting for you. And after I've just got this guy, what I do is I just chuck my shock charge down there, and I don't like to be in here, I like to be like patrol the area. So what I'm doing is I'm just waiting till like one of my teammates comes, and then that's it, I can jump out. But there's a guy here and I sort of have to jump out pretty quick, but I managed to get him, but I'm lucky I just didn't fall off there. And if you actually look at that hardpoint, there wasn't 1 second where we didn't have the hardpoint, so I thought it was a pretty good crossover. And once you do have a teammate in there, what you do is just patrol this perimeter. Because there's only 3 ways in, you've got the ladder going up, and then you've got the 2 windows either side. They're just focused on that window, so you just go around from left to right and catch them off guard and get the easy kills. And although I'm not in a party, I'm just playing solo, always pay attention to what your teammates are doing. So obviously that guy's in there, so I'll work the perimeter and try and kill people around it. And if no one was in there, I would be in there trying to hold it down. But yeah, just because you're not in a team doesn't mean you can't work with your teammates. So that's how I like to play Area 3, and now we're moving on to Area 4. And if you've been holding down Area 3, then there's a big chance that the enemy is going to be right near Area 4, and that's what happens here. But I'll just chuck my C4 straight away, even though I don't see an enemy, I don't even think about it, and luckily I managed to get a double kill. And it's exactly the same layout as Area 2, so you still got those like little dustbin head glitch spots at the end, so you can use them. And I actually thought my team had this locked down, that's why I thought I had a chance to call in my lightning strike, but then everyone died. But luckily that guy just ran straight past me and didn't see me. But these poster boards in the middle offer a good bit of protection. As you can see, I'm getting shot, so I back off and then just flick back out and chuck a C4 and manage to get him. So if you're getting overwhelmed like at the front of the hard point, you can always back off to the middle and work around this area, and at least you've got like this little poster billboard thing in the middle so you can work around that. And now that one of my teammates has pushed into the hard point, there's no point in us both being in here, so I decided to go out and work the perimeter and sort of be like the first line of defence, because even if I do die, then at least the skull will come up and my teammates will know which way the enemy's coming from. But I do actually manage to hold them off quite effectively with a B23R, and I thought it was a pretty good clip of how to hold down area 4. So that's it guys, that is the full rotation on Express, and now we're back around to area 1. So I hope what you've seen just helps you play hardpoint on Express that little bit better. And for holding down area 1, it's exactly the same as before, where we'll only be in the hardpoint if you absolutely have to. It's better if you can get a teammate to be in there and then you patrol the perimeter. And if you do have to be in here, then make sure you don't sit in the corner, actually do look out for the windows, and try to kill people on the way to the hardpoint. It's always going to be a lot more effective. But just looking forward on to what's going to be the next hardpoint tips and tricks video. It seems like I've done like all the main ones. I think the next one could be Plaza or Slums. I don't know, let me know in the comments which one you'd like to see next, and I will get on with that. And for my best class video, I actually said which one do you want to see next, whether best pistol class or best assault rifle class, and it's literally 50-50, you know, half people saying pistol, half people saying assault rifle. So I don't know which one's going to be next, but don't worry, if I do the next pistol one, then straight after that's going to be the assault rifle, so they aren't going to be far apart. So anyway guys, that's it. We're coming up to the end of the video now, and I really hope you're enjoying this hardpoint tips and tricks series. These videos take so long to do, but I do think they turn out pretty cool, and I'm pretty proud of them. I do spend a lot of time on them, so I hope I've earned your like rating on this one, and maybe a favourite if you think it's going to help you out. And that's it guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.